I am so fired up about this whole thing that I canceled one of the other videos I was going to film this instead.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hey, Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we were talking about how a kick streamer, aka Jack Doherty, thought it would be a brilliant idea to drive recklessly while being on his phone and crashed his McLaren. His brand new McLaren. Why are we talking about this? Well, it is so incredibly beyond stupid that it made me physically angry. And also, as I am filming this, I had just finished at Velocity Invitational, which is an event that literally has McLarens all over the place, okay? And I love McLarens. I love McLaren F1 cars, McLarens that you can buy for a lot of money, okay? But like to be at an event and see McLarens on the racetrack and there's no rain and no one on track, no other cars on track even on some instances, and then to watch the clip of Jack driving this car while looking at his phone and speeding in the rain on the freeway, it did me psychic damage. The youth are not okay. No wonder streamers get a bad rap. We just had TwitchCon, and there was, unfortunately, quite a few kick streamers that showed up to just cause havoc to clip farm. Clip farming has a couple of different definitions, but basically you were acting in a way, behaving in a way, speaking in a way that you know is going to be clipped and shared around. It is essentially clickbaiting in a live stream where you know other people will clip it and share it because, oh my God, did you see what he did? Can you believe he did this? Can you believe he said this to who? To what? What? There's a lot of that within streaming. Twitch people do it as well. YouTubers do it. But unfortunately with Kick, a lot of the clip farming is not just, here's this ridiculous, obnoxious, I am being ridiculous or whatever in the privacy of my own home. Unfortunately, especially in the case of TwitchCon, going and being ridiculous and obnoxious and invading people's private space and in some instances assaulting people and harassing them. It's a lot of that, okay? And so, though I do think that not everyone on Kick, that is a Kick streamer, is peddling gambling or is not a complete degenerate, unfortunately, the very vocal ones are. So that's what you guys have to deal with, unfortunately. It's your cross to bear. And then now you've got Jack Doherty, who I should note before we get into the footage and things like that, he has been allegedly permanently banned from Kick. We'll see if this continues, if that will stick. Unfortunately with Kick, I believe there's been at least one or two other instances where someone was, at least it was spread around that they had been permanently banned, but they had at least received some type of ban, and then it was overturned later. So hopefully it sticks, but the question is going to come down to how much money does he make them? Is my guess. The thing about Kick is that they are funded by Stake. Stake is a gambling website, okay? So for the most part, you can make some money on Kick, but what you can really make money doing is promoting Stake on Kick. And that's how Kick is able to pay these insane fees, these insane signing bonuses to creators like, oh, so-and-so just got this insane contract for $100 million. They are able to finance that because the money is coming from gambling, okay? There's a lot of money in gambling. So the question you might be asking is, oh, well, why doesn't Kick just go and get rid of all of these streamers that are causing bad raps and things like that? And it's because a lot of those streamers do have a lot of, let's go with young man audience, and a lot of them do gamble on occasion. I would like to say that they are all legal, I would hope. But I don't know, can't verify that. A lot of their audience is the type of audience that would be really swayed into online gambling, and so they do make them a lot of money, even though it looks like they're actively harming the Kick brand. For those of you that don't know, I went to F1 Japan this year, and I literally talked to people from the State Kick Sauber team because I wanted to ask, you know, why don't you guys ever bring Kick streamers out? Because Aston Martin, who is sponsored by TikTok, has brought TikTokers out before and things like that. And I was like, oh, how come you guys don't bring Kick streamers out? And I blatantly was told that they do not care to bring Kick streamers out because the only time they run Kick is when they can't run Stake, because some companies have gambling laws and advertising of gambling, and so there are times that they literally can't run their team name because the company is a gambling company. Openly been told that they do not care about Kick, at least from the team level of Formula One. There was a game of telephone to get that too. There's TikToks about that from then. I'm also a little sunburnt and a little wind whip. Did a GT ride along and also covered in dirt because I did a drifting ride along as well, and in a lot of cars. Not in Jack Doherty's car, thankfully, because that doesn't look safe. Warning, I will show the clip, okay? I'm going to talk over it, and we were going to probably keep my face in the corner to break up the clip here and there because I assume that this will be a copyright situation because we are criticizing the clip. I want to make the note that you're going to see blurring in this footage that I'm going to be discussing. I want to make the note that we added that. That is not something that Jack added. That is something that we added. I got this clip from It's Juju, I believe, on Twitter. That was a re-upload because this video has been taken down by Jack, understandably. Also, side note, when I said Jack Doherty and I posted about this, someone said, I thought that was Jack Doin. Do not disrespect Jack Doin like that ever again. Thank you. You can see at the start of the clip, his phone is in his hand. He is playing music in this part, so I do have to mute this whole thing as well. He is, at the start of the clip, looking at his phone, and again, he's streaming. His camera operator, who is in the passenger seat, you can fully see, because the camera operator pans to Jack, you can see that his eyes are down. He is not at all looking at the road. He's not going like this. I don't like that either, but he's not going like this at all, okay? He is just down looking at his phone with his hand on the wheel. Then the camera operator pans to the road, zooms in. You can see it's visibly downpouring. They are on the freeway. There's a truck next to them. And you see Jack accelerate and then go, holy fucking shit, grab the wheel. It spins out. The belief is that either he was texting or he was reading chat. I think he's reading chat because it looks like his phone is in his hand like this, and I can see his thumb at the top. So I'm assuming he's holding his hand like this. Either way, he is reading something and not looking at the road while going already very fast before he accelerates in the rain. Then he looks up, seems to accelerate, because we don't see it because the camera has turned. Maybe he jerked the wheel or something like that. I have seen these cars go, but like with any car, especially a car going at speed. Not super familiar with driving in McLarens, I will give that, but it could be something as simple as like he literally pulled a little too hard when he put his phone down, or he dropped his phone. We don't see his phone in the rest of the clip. He does have both hands on the wheel when the hydroplaning is happening, okay, when he is spinning out. But by that point, I'm assuming it's either a drop the phone into his lap or he threw it. And then when something happened with the phone, obviously. And then this video clip that I have here is what happens after they've exited the car, okay? Now there was another clip that Jack did release himself of him getting out of the car because someone is helping them. People ran up to come and help them both. And his friend and cameraman, who is in the passenger seat, is stuck in the passenger seat and is bleeding from his head. You don't see much of an open wound or anything like that, but head wounds do bleed a lot, okay? So he is bleeding quite a lot. This is the video clip that really upset a lot of people because he did not release the second clip at the time. They are both out of the car. Everyone that seems to have helped them seems to have been gone. The debris from this car is just spread throughout the entire freeway lanes. Like there's cars trying to go around it and they're moving into one lane. It just went straight into the barrier. God, the whole front of the car. They are so goddamn lucky because if you're looking at this footage here, the whole front of the car, the windshield looks to be at least mostly intact. But if it went any further, that impact could have killed them. They are so fucking lucky. They could have managed. I'm fine. It's fine. They're both out of the car. It's fine. We're good. Jack, you're a fucking idiot. I don't even know these kids, and my brain is going into big sister mode because I think Jack is like literally the same. How old is Jack Doherty? Is he the same age as my brother? He's 20 years old. Okay, he's younger than my brother even, okay? So that's where my brain is like, I want to shake this kid because it's like, how are you this fucking stupid? And not even just that. I put myself in bad situations all the time, okay? But that's myself. I don't endanger people on the road. I don't endanger my friends in my passenger seat, okay? That's a completely different story. It was an accident. I know. But there was a lot of things that led up to this accident that didn't need to fucking happen. And then it gets worse, okay? Because his friend, again, is bleeding, okay? And Jack is talking about the car.
Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too?
Michael, film on that phone too, and hands him the camera that he was just filming with. I'm assuming a phone. So he hands him the camera or the phone and then gets him, I'm assuming his own phone or whatever phone he has. It says film with that phone too. His friend who is bleeding from the head in what looks like multiple lacerations. This is gonna sound like a tangent, but my acting teacher would start class with, how her week had been and then would talk about like what was upsetting her that week and like what had been going on in the world and like how messed up it was and things like that. She would always tell us, to not let all of the devastation around us impact our feelings. In that, she never wanted us to become numb as a means of dealing with all the bad stuff going on in the world. She's like, once you do that, you lose your ability to create art. You have to feel things. You have to feel the devastation. You have to feel the sadness, the heartbreak, the good, the bad, all of it. You have to be able to feel things, okay? And I worry that younger generations, okay, I'm 6 years older than Jack. I see even my brother sometimes, okay, who is 3 years older than Jack, certain things that he just doesn't know how to deal with, so he just doesn't deal with them, emotionally or otherwise. And so I worry that so many people are becoming desensitized to everything, not even just because there's so much bad stuff in the world, but because they actively choose to turn off those things. He could have died. He could have killed his friend. He could have killed other people. The fact that from what it looks like, there's no other car involved in them crashing, that they didn't take out that truck that was right fucking next to them, is so unbelievably lucky. And yet he is only worried about getting the shot. Okay, sure, you could say coping mechanism, but even then, you don't need to post this. You don't need to share these things. He does need to continue to post things and talk about other things and share his links tree. There is coping, and then there is, I almost just killed my fucking friend. So frustrating. And then this video was taken down. And then we have the video that he posted himself. Crashed my McLaren, glad we're both okay. And this is when they are still in the car.
Help!
There is smoke.
Break the fucking window!
Break the fuck, he is still filming. They're trying to break the windows.
Oh, fuck, can you hold this?
Can you hold this? Can you hold the phone that is filming?
No, my fucking car, bro.
My fucking car, bro. As he is being pulled out. And there's multiple people here that are coming to help them.
Holy shit, no!
God, this angle makes the crash look, oh God. The entire front of the car is just like smushed and disintegrated. How far back in the seat is he in this car? Because his friend, okay, they're pretty far back. Those seats are pretty far back. Sorry, I'm doing the math of like, if his friend's ankles are fucking okay.
Are you fucking kidding me,
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? In reference to the car, again.
No!
His friend is still in the fucking car. And then there's this pic that he posted. Going to post a more detailed response today, but it's been 24 hours since the accident, and I just want to say how grateful I am that Michael and I are alive. I'm so sorry, Michael, for putting you through that. Thank you to all the first responders and everyone who helped us get out of the car. This could have been so much worse, and it's a huge learning lesson. And he posted a photo of him shirtless, overlooking the wreckage. Now, that being said, originally when I saw the shirtless picture, I was like, why is he shirtless? But it does look like the tow truck is there at that point, so I'm hoping that him and Michael had both been checked over by medical personnel at that point, and they may have needed to cut his shirt off of him or have him remove it so they could check for any broken ribs or anything like that. Going to let it slide, but he was also just shirtless next to the wreck of his car on the side of the highway. Readers added context. Jack posts photos of him posing with the crashed car instead of showing full context, which was that he was speeding and on his phone in wet conditions during the crash. He also told his injured cameraman to hold up a phone and record him instead of tending to his injuries. Someone said, "You're disgusting. You deserve every bad thing that's going to happen to you. What exactly did you learn? Could you articulate that for us?" Even Kick Clips replied, "Cook that fraud." When Clip Channel said you did too much, okay? Which I think this is one of those things, everyone has their line, okay? Reckless endangerment of other people. In case you don't know who Jack is also the person whose security guard clocked someone at a party one time. Just laid him out. Why are there security guards for a kick streamer? Well, you see, when you antagonize people, they get mad. And so if you have a big beefy security guard, you can say whatever you want to them. And then if they try and get mad at you, your security guard can clock them. That's not actually the job of security guards. The job of security guards is to keep you safe. But when you are just actively being a little tyrant, that is even difficult for them to do. Someone replied, "I grew up without a father because of guys like you. He was killed by a distracted drunk driver. Every single person around you, including those on the road, are just as important as you think you are. It would do a great deal of good to give just a bit more of a shit." Thank whatever God you choose to believe in, okay? That no one else on that road got injured in that crash. Because those things are rocket ships. When you accelerated, when you spun out, you easily could have taken 3 or 4 other cars with you, minimum. If those cars couldn't slow down in time, they would have then crashed into the crash that you started. The fact that everyone else seemed to be driving reasonably because they were in the rain is probably the only thing that kept other people safe. I'm glad you were permanently banned from Kick. I hope it sticks. In replying to Crash My McLaren, glad we're both okay, he said, "Check out my links for more." Check out my links, JD. Check out my links. Oh, God. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of that. Interesting enough, as I click on his YouTube, the first thing that pops up for his homepage, "I crashed my Lamborghini 6 months ago." What do you mean? What do you mean? 3 hours ago, I almost died. 10-minute video. course. I did not think this was gonna be happening today, me neither. You guys, my McLaren is totaled.
I don't know how to feel right now, guys. I'm sad, bro. I'm so sad right now. Sadness can't even express how sad I actually am. At least my Richard Mill is still okay.
Oh my God, I'm falling, okay. Sadness cannot express what I'm feeling right now. I'm just so sad. At least my Richard Mill is okay. Your friend is bleeding from the head, my guy. But thank God your watch is okay. Before anyone says, we need to be more careful about who we make famous. I have never willingly watched a Jack Doherty video that wasn't against my goddamn will. It wasn't just shown to me in a clip farm or something like that. I did not do anything to make this kid famous. Listen, and I love cars. I love McLarens, okay? Watching this thing be crumbled, yes, sucks, okay? But you know what also sucks? The fact that your friend is bleeding from his head. The fact that you could have killed people. Notice how there's layers to things? Car people, okay, who might see this, okay, because I know some of you follow me, you may see this and be like, oh, that's devastating that happened to the McLaren, okay? Yes, but I'm sure, because I have never met a McLaren owner, okay, outside of fucking content creators, frankly, who doesn't realize the beast that they bought, that doesn't realize the power that they have while being in a McLaren and driving that. That doesn't make safety a huge priority. Where is your friend that's bleeding from the head in this video, is my question. Bro, there's literally gas pouring out of your car. Is your cameraman still there filming? Because I think in this clip that I'm watching right now, I think it's the girlfriend holding the camera. Oh, here's Michael. They're stitching up his head. He's saying that they crashed at 42 miles per hour, and thankfully, he's probably right. I don't know exactly which model McLaren he had, or where the gas tank is on that thing. But he says he had like no gas in the tank, like less than 20 miles in the tank. Probably good, especially because they said there's gas pouring out of the car. So, and that was when they were loading it up. Oh God, this whole thing makes me angry. They were saying they were going about 42 miles per hour and that if they'd been going faster. Again, you're in a McLaren as well though, and you're in the rain. I think you can hydroplane at like 20 miles per hour. You can hydroplane at any, if your tires have no grip, your tires have no grip.
Mother, she's turning away. She doesn't want to look. We left. I was crying. I was just crying, bro.
See, this is, I'm sorry, a real human response. His mother just wants to hold her son because she thinks he almost died. A crazy concept.
Gonna tell you, you need to stop.
I know, I don't want it, obviously, I don't want no more cars.
I know, McKinley, I'm gonna give you a hug too, 1 second. Listen, what I told you yesterday. I called you the way how you was driving. Me and Michael, we were saying last night, yes, the way how he drive, he's gonna have an accident.
His mother is saying, me and Michael told you last night. That's why I called McKinley. They have all talked with him about driving and how he drives. And now this has happened. Oh God, if I keep going, this is gonna drive me up the wall. I just know it will.
I don't wanna go on your funeral, Jackie. Please, please. Take this seriously.
This is a very human moment, and I genuinely hate that she's like, I don't want to be on camera, and they're still filming her.
No marijuana when you're driving.
I didn't.
Phone.
No more marijuana when you're driving? And he laughs.
What happened? Tell me.
Mom, it was just wet. We hydroplaned, Mom. Like, I couldn't do anything about it. That shit's sharp, too. That's what
I don't care about the car. I don't care about anything. You should go on your knees, Jack, and say thank you.
I know.
I know this is one clip, but I kind of really dig Jack's mom. And I know that's a very easy thing to say when the only clip I've seen is her crying over possibly losing her son. But her basically being like, you should be thanking God. And I don't even believe in him. Okay? It's like, you should be thinking that you are okay. She's right. A reaction other than, bro, my car.
Everyone's so quick to put some shit on me on social media. No one's gone through what I gone through just now. Like, I literally almost died in a car accident.
Hi, motherfucker. You're right. I have not been in a McLaren that almost crashed or did crash. Okay, you know what I have been? In the car with a drunk driver who was speeding. I have been in the back seat while a drunk driver was in the passenger seat. Sorry, a drunk person was in the passenger seat and grabbed the wheel and nearly ran us off the road. You're right. It is an incredibly scary thing to go through. But the point is that in those moments, my first thought was not keep filming. In most of those instances, I called the cops on the person I was in the car with to get someone to get them to stop because I could not stop them. Yes, crashing the car is incredibly scary. No one is doubting that you went through something scary. But no one also is gonna doubt the fact that there is video evidence of you causing that scary thing to happen. To even have your phone in your lap while you were driving a car like a fucking McLaren is idiotic. Maybe you weren't texting, maybe you were reading chat, maybe you were reading a text, doesn't matter. You were not looking at the road while driving a literal rocket ship. That is on you. That is on you. That is why people are shitting on you. Yes, it is something scary that you went through, but it was a scary event of your own making.
At least I still got 2 Lambos. No, I'm kidding. I'm ready to start going again. Give me my keys.
No one knows what I went through. No one knows how scary it is, but I'm ready to go again. I'm gonna go back out again. I still got my McLaren keys, and now I've got 2 Lambos still. That is why. I just genuinely hate the thought that I just had where I realized that if my brother had actually like stayed doing content creation and hadn't like stopped doing You Now and Vine, he would be like Jack right now. I think that just did psychic damage to me.
That's a huge lesson. No more driving cars like this in the rain. No more, I don't even know, bro.
What, texting? Anything?
Can't drive those cars in the rain. Michael David, bro, I'm about to go live.
I'm glad they at least put the caption immature giggling.
I'm taking a flight tomorrow morning, 6.
I could leave me. Okay, I'm gonna. Alright, I'm at 7 o'clock. I'll crash my Lambo.
Stop!
Okay, no, kidding.
But what he is doing in this video is basically blaming the rain. He is saying that the rain is what did it. They weren't even going that fast. They just hydroplaned. He's like, oh, I need to stop driving like this. These cars in the rain. And then he started to say, I need to stop looking at my phone. But he clearly cut it off. Or maybe he was going to say something else. But he was not looking at the road when this happened.
Who's Michael? I don't know. Why is he filming? Funeral home or some shit? The
way Jack copes with things that happen that are like awful is like jokes, but you feel obviously like everything is so sad. So serious. I was about to puke.
What's crazy is everyone in Jack's life in this home is trying to help him. They're like, Jack deals with things with jokes. His girlfriend is doing that.
Where you got the stitches?
Like there. Yeah. So. Yeah, not only did the camera go into his face off the airbag, like that's what this is from, the camera. Filmer of the year, MVP.
So the camera is literally what cut him in the face. The camera that he was holding, the airbags forced into his face. They're really trying to get rid of the thing that they weren't speeding, but you can see in the video clip, he accelerates. He sped up. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I'm sure there will be more. As of right now, he's permanently banned for reckless driving on Kick. We'll see what ends up happening. Did you see this video clip? What are your thoughts? Have you ever been in a McLaren? Are there any Kick streamers that aren't complete degenerates that you would like to plug? Don't link their stuff. We block links, but like, is there anyone that you know that's not a complete dirtbag? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. Reminder that Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder to use code SWELL for 10% off on Gamer Subs. Shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you'd also support the channel using channel memberships, you can click join down below. Like to follow me on social media. That'll be all up here, and that's gonna be a have a day. Goodbye. Before anyone gets on me about being someone who streams on Twitch and not Kick, and then like also criticizes some Kick streamers and things like that, Twitch is not my main job. YouTube is my bread and butter. Okay, I make most of my money from here. Twitch is my hobby where I get to yap and occasionally make money. That's it.